My name's Dara. I'm the lead designer at SUBTYPE Curated. I'm born and raised in Melbourne, and I've worked at PAM and Dust Redux. I moved over to London, where I started at a cold wall, working closely with Samuel Ross. My main responsibilities were the pattern cutting and the technical aspects. We also collaborated with Nike on footwear, apparel and headwear. I moved back to Melbourne and then took over SUBTYPE Curated as the lead designer, working on the core basics and building that out to a more fashion-forward space, concentrating on key elements such as trims, prints, fabrications, and key details. So our hero look for the second range for SUBTYPE Curated is the Alpha Utility Hood. So we're using a technical nylon throughout the whole piece. We've also got the branding element of the SC2 on the front chest here as well. Also with the hood, we've got adjustable elements in the cord toggles here that stops any wind coming into the hood. We've also customized the side release buckles through the side with a laser etching SUBTYPE call out. And then while on the back end, we've got a SUBTYPE Curated print calling out this particular season with another toggle point on the back here to again give you that adjustable fit. So these can all be released through the side here and taken off through the front. So the second piece that I'm going to call out is a Divergent t-shirt. This is actually a nod to a t-shirt that we already have in the range in previous ranges, which is the Remake t-shirt. We've played with it a little bit and added a splice and added some new branding for this particular piece to fit in with the rest of the range. Also through the back here, we've got an SC2 embroidered logo on the top end here, tied all together. And then the pant is a Divergent pant, which again is a splice piece. We've got an incision down just below the knee here, and we've got the new technical nylon down the bottom half and a cotton drill at the top. And as we walk around to the front here, we've also got some key elements here with the S Carabiner SUBTYPE logo and also 3M printed SUBTYPE call out just below the knee here. All these points at the bottom here are also adjustable, just a nod to our kind of unisex approach for all our pieces. So for the second look of the range, and probably the piece I'm actually most proud of, is the Zip Polo. What we're using here is a textured nylon that shows up really nicely through the lighting here. We've got a 3M printed logo at the top here, which is actually a call out to our history, something that we've used in the past. We've got a YKK durable zip that runs through the middle here, that zips off really easily. And again, we're using the Remake block for this particular t-shirt, which is actually a unisex block. We've updated with the 2 new prints for the season. And then moving down, we've got the technical track pant. This is actually a blend fabrication, which is super comfortable for all seasons. We've got toggle points through the waistband, fully adjustable. Printed logo just by the pocket here. And then by the side, we've got an invisible zip that ties in nicely into the side seam. Then going through the back, on the patch pocket, we've got a SUBTYPE call out print there. And then we've got adjustable cord here, just like the other pants that we have, fully adjustable and tying into our unisex approach. So for the third look in the range, we've got the River Utility Vest, which is actually a piece we brought over from the first collection. What we've done here, we've updated the fabrication to that textured nylon, the same kind of fabrication you saw in the Zip Polo just before. We've also got a new print here. I'll call that just at the top section here with the screen print. And then moving on to the back, we've also updated the print with the one on the hem here, which is a seasonal print. And if we move back to the front, we've got a dual YKK zip that opens up quite easily like this. And as we're moving down, we've got the utility pant, which is an update and actually a more technical version of a cargo pant. We've got 2 gusseted pockets on both ends. And then on this side, we've got the SUBTYPE screen print just above the pocket here. And then moving on to the back, we've got a SUBTYPE call out print just below the pocket, and that ties in the whole pant itself. So for the final look for the range, we've got the Gradient Dip Dye t-shirt, which is based on our Remake block, which is our unisex block. As you can see the gradient dye coming through from this angle here. We've got the 2 prints at the front, which is for this particular season. Got the chunky collar that runs up through the neck. And then through the back here, you'll see a couple of details I want to call out. We've got the chain stitch that runs through the neck here, and then the ladder stitch that comes through the cuff. And then moving down to the bottom, we've got the short, which is actually reversible. We're using that same nylon, that kind of textured nylon that we used earlier in some of the other pieces. We've got this really thick cord that runs through the waistband. And again, we've got that SUBTYPE screen printed call out just below the pocket area here. And then As I mentioned a little bit earlier, we've got this reversible basketball mesh that runs through the inside of the garment as well, so it can be fully flipped over.